The Small Business Administration classifies a small business as an enterprise that consists of less than 500 employees. That means 99% of businesses in the United States are considered, in fact, a small business. Of the 33 million small businesses, 32 million have less than 20 employees. In fact, 27 million have no employees at all. Let's hear it for all the one-man armies out there. If you are involved in an enterprise like that, this show is for you. Welcome to the Time Wealthy Advantage. Today, let's talk about creating a personal vision for your future.
At this time, I'm going to ask you to fasten your seatbelts.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Time Wealthy Advantage. It is good to see you all. And today we are talking about creating a personal vision for your future. This is something that is near and dear to my heart, since this is obviously part of the vision infrastructure process method. And let's cover that really fast. And some of you have not seen the show, or maybe this is the first time you're seeing me. I know many of you have seen me and knew me as the other show that I do, the Landlord Coach Show, the Daily-ish show, right? Which is more real estate focused. But this is for those business folks out there, the business folks, maybe those who are either are or want to be small business entrepreneurs. This is about creating a vision for this show, particularly today, is about creating a vision for what you're doing that for in the first place. Like, why are you getting out of bed? I understand your kids are your why, or maybe you have other things that are important to you, but let's be really honest about what our vision for the future is. So let me frame this a little bit in terms of why this is important. So this is all centered around the VIP method, right? The vision infrastructure process method. So remember, VIP stands for vision, infrastructure, and process. Let me go through those really fast, just a quick 1 minute primer in terms of what that means. So vision is specifically what it is you're trying to accomplish. That has nothing to do with income generation. We're going to come to that here in just a second. So it's really what it is you're doing this for. Why are you doing this? What are you getting out of bed for? And we're going to try to unpack that a little bit today. So vision is the direction that you're actually going in. Then you're going to create the infrastructure. The infrastructure is all of the boring stuff that no one wants to talk about. It's the system stuff, right? It's the desks, it's the chairs, it's the software, it's the phone system. Hopefully you have a phone system that doesn't look like this, right? So it's the website. It's all those different things that are important to creating and crafting the system of a business, because finally is going to be process, and process is how you do stuff, right? It's the standard operating procedures, it's the SOPs, it's the FAQs that you answer, right? The frequently asked questions. It's all of the ways that you actually go and do stuff, right? So that follows the VIP method, and it has to go in that order. Right? It has to go from vision, then infrastructure, and then process. If you try to create a system first, or you try to create a bunch of tactics first, you try to create a bunch of processes first that are not in alignment with a vision, or the vision is undefined, you don't even know if you're actually heading. How do you even know you're winning the game when you don't even know what the rules are, when you're not even sure what the game is that's being played? So there's that's the thing. So there was a gal who, I will tell you this. There was a gal who I was coaching for a while. And she came to me because she says, "Oh, I really need help with structure. I really need help with systems. This is something I'm really struggling with." All right. And it was funny because vision is actually the part where everyone struggles. They come because they think they want systems, but then I have to say, okay, well, let's actually get clear on what you're actually doing this all for. And it was kind of funny because this is the one thing where everybody says, no, I know exactly what it is that I want to do. Okay, well, it's pretty rare when I start pulling on little threads and saying, okay, so what exactly are you really trying to go? What direction are you heading in? Okay, this is the part there where people struggle. Now, I'd been coaching her for this point, not super long, maybe a couple of weeks. And she was going to go and she was going to spend a couple of weeks and really hammer out her vision and really write things down that she felt were really important to her. And she was, reviewing them every day. And she really felt really strongly, nope, this is exactly what I want. And she knew she wanted this, she wanted this, she wanted this, and she wanted this, right? She wrote all these different things down. And part of what I was coaching her is review this every single day. You want to have this stuff written down so you take some ownership of it. And when you write something down, there's something, right? There's something a little different about taking ownership of something that is that, when you write it down, right, you have to, it's like you're putting yourself out there. So she did that. And about 3 weeks had gone by, and when I checked in with her, and it was funny because she was like in distress. She was like, I got all this stuff written down, and I really felt like this was something that I really was dialed into. I really felt like I knew what my vision was. And I got to be honest with you, it's all crap. I don't believe in any of this. I had been telling myself this lie for years. And in reality, I don't want any of this stuff. Some of the stuff I put down, and this is her talking, some of the stuff that she put down was stuff that really was stuff other people wanted for her, or people that she was trying to impress who really didn't even give a crap about her. So, my my coaching with Jessica was, we coached for a while longer, and she finally got clear in terms of what it is that she was actually wanting, because she realized that vision was really the part that she was struggling on, and she got a really clear vision for where she wanted to go, and she's doing some pretty cool things right now, right? So let me point this out. Personal vision is not the same thing as a business vision, right? So what do I mean by that? Well, the personal vision, here's the thing. When you create a personal vision before you create a business vision, you end up creating a life that exists to serve the business. So that becomes a problem, right? This is when you're like, people think like, well, I really know what my vision is. And then really, if you're going to unpack it, it's really more about a business vision. People might say like, okay, what's your vision? What you're trying to accomplish? And they'll go, oh, well, I really want to clear $10 million in sales this year. Okay, how is that a personal vision? How is that going to impact you personally? Not saying it couldn't, but I'm just saying, how does it? And if you clearing $10 million in sales means that you get to work a lot less, okay, I can get behind that. And then what are you going to do with all that time off? What are you going to do? What are you trying to accomplish with that? What is going to change about your personal life? Are you going to spend more time with your kids or grandkids? Are you going to go dig wells in Kenya? Are you going to spend a month laying on the beach rubbing cocoa butter on your belly? Whatever it is, I don't care what it is as long as it's defined. I'm not going to tell you what's right, wrong, or indifferent. Most of the folks that I work with have really solid morals and really solid values, but they don't have anything defined for when they actually reach the promised land. Right? So this is why I'm saying you have to create a personal vision before you create a business vision. Otherwise, you're going to end up creating a life that exists to serve the business. I got caught up in that own trap for myself back in 2006, when I had a bunch of rental properties that was that was my life. I was trying to get to 100 rental units. I had 92 rental units actually, and I was trying to get there, and my whole life revolved around that. So I'm not saying that business vision is irrelevant. It just can't come first. It can't come before the personal vision piece. Okay. So what are some things that we need to consider when creating a personal vision? Right? Well, what are some things you just look forward to? What are some things you look forward to as an individual, as a human being? What do you like? Again, what are some of the best times in your life when you were, like, that you can look back on and say, wow, that was a really great time in my life. That was such a blast, right? What did it involve around? Did it involve around how much money you made, or did it involve around experience, or maybe something that you shared with another individual, right? Maybe it didn't have anything to do with money at all. Some of my best memories didn't cost a nickel, but obviously I needed to have the free time. I needed to have the time wealth. I needed to have the white space on my calendar to be able to do these things, so I wasn't being distracted by all the income generation part. Okay. So another thing that you can consider is, what if you were to write your 100th birthday speech? You're turning 100 years old. What would that look like? What would you want to say? You're turning 100 years old. What is it that you would want to say? Or maybe a little bit more macabre, what if you were to write your own eulogy? What would you want said about you if you were gone to the other side? You'd graduated, and here we are writing your own eulogy. Now, this last one here, I think, is really, really brilliant, because you have to be really specific about what you want, and that's, what would you want written on your tombstone? That's not a lot of space. If you were going to be honest about your life right now, what would it say in your tombstone? Right? You might say, oh, loving spouse, great friend, 1 million frequent flyer miles. Not a good look for a tombstone. Okay. So maybe, I surely hope that would not be for you. So anyway, that is all I have for today, folks. It's interesting. I knew a guy, his name was Celsius, and he wanted to take some time off. So they hired this guy, Kelvin, to cover for him. I guess he's the new temp. Hashtag dad jokes. My children are so proud of me. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, we're here to get you a time wealthy advantage, and we'll see you next time.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.